Okay, I'm Dr. Wells Strozier. I'm working with one of my ABE students who are enrolled in our third through fourth grade math program here at Chia Adult Skills Center. And today what we're working on, we're going to be working on multiplication, whole numbers without regrouping or no regrouping. Okay? All right, so let's look at what our first problem is. Okay? And let's look down here at the multiple, not the multiple choice, but the test example that we have here, okay? Now, normally when I'm working with students who are beginner students, a lot of them do not know their multiplications at the top of their head. So I do recommend beginning learners to use a multiplication timetable sheet in order to help them with their multiplications in class. But on the outside of class, what I do recommend you is to please purchase some flashcards, multiplication flashcards. You can buy them at the dollar store. And during your time off or during study time, you just want to use those cards to try to build your mental math with multiplication. Cousins, you already said you got cousins that's able to do the same grade level work. So your cousins, play a game with your cousin, you know, with the flashcards, because one side of the card has the problem that the opposite person is looking at, but the person behind the card get to see the answer. So make it a game, okay? All right, so let's look at what our first problem is, all right? Whenever we see a problem written this way, it's called horizontally, okay? Remember how your blinds are horizontal when they go across like that, all right? You can't solve a fraction, you can't solve a multiplication problem horizontally. You have to turn it around and turn it vertically. Vertically is up and down, okay? All right, so let's take that 54 times 0. Let's first take the 54, okay? And put that 54 there. Okay. Now our next number is a single digit number where we had two numbers here. We always line the problems up or the numbers up to the right, okay? So we're going to take that 0 and put that 0 under the 4, okay? Put our multiplication sign there, draw our line. The easiest thing about when you're multiplying with ones and zeros, when you're multiplying with 0, 0 times a number is 0 all day long. Doesn't make any difference if it's 0 times 1, 0 times 100, 0 times 1,000. It's 0. Okay. The beauty about multiplying with 1 times a number is that number. So 1 times 54 is 54. 1 times 1,000 is 1,000. Okay? Those are the two easiest things to remember. I've had a student before. She kept looking at her timetable sheet because she was trying to see what 1 times a number was. 1 times a number is that number. It will never change. 0 times a number is always 0. It will never change. Okay? So with this number problem that we have right here, 0 times 54 is automatically, it's going to be 0. Okay? So let's take another number here. Let's look at this one. So we have 80 times 8. Make sure that 8 is lined up all the way to the right. And it's very important when you're multiplying that you line those numbers up correctly. Alrighty. So, again, the same rule apply. 8 times 0? 0. Okay, now we have another number. 8 times 8. You can look at your multiplication sheet. Yeah, and go all the way over to 8.
64.
64. Okay, let's take another one. Let's take number 8. Okay? And it doesn't make any difference which number goes on top here. If the 13 goes on top, times 23. It's different in multiplication and it's different than subtraction and addition. We're really more subtraction. But it doesn't make any difference which number go on top. Okay? Just make sure we take a horizontal set of numbers and turn it into vertical. Alright, so this is what we do. 3 times 3, 9. So we're going to put that 9 in the ones place. Now we're going to go over here to the tens place. 3 times 1 is 3. So we done everything in the ones place. Okay? So what we have to do here, we have to put a 0 here in this ones place.
You didn't know that.
Yeah, you have to put a 0
So
there.
I have to put a 0 now?
Yep.
But why?
Because we work with the ones place. Okay? Now we're getting ready to work in the tens place. That 2 and 23 is in the tens place. Okay? So we can no longer work in the ones place. This is ones. Okay? Now we're moving over here to the tens place. So now we're going to go 2 times 3 is
6.
So the 6 goes there. And the 2 times 1,
2.
there you go. Okay, we're going to draw a line there. And what's the next thing we're going to do? Nope, we're going to add. Make sure you put your signs there so you know what you need to do. Okay? So, let me get caught up with you. 0 is 6 is 2. All right. 0 plus 9?
9.
6 plus 3?
9.
2 plus 0?
2.
There you go. Okay, remember, this is the catch. We did this 1, 3 times 23, okay? This is ones, this is tens. Place value, all right? When we work with this 3, we're automatically going to put our first answer right here, which is the 9.
Okay.
We go from 3 times 1 is 3, okay? We can no longer work in the ones place, so we put that 0 there. Always put a 0 for place value, because if you don't, you'll start working in the tens place here and put your answer in the ones place, okay? So now we're going to go, now we're working in the tens place. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 1 is 2. Okay, and then this is how we get, sorry, that's the wrong number. 299. Okay? All right, so besides the ones that we've done, I'm going to give you a few minutes to work on these by yourself to see how well you do. Okay?
Okay.
All right.